We're trying something new today. Get ready to watch some wrestling with us here on Falls Count Anywhere.
Welcome back to Falls Count Anywhere, the show where we go outside the ring of the world of wrestling with the business. I am very excited because I'm here with Matt, and we have an opportunity to bring a lot of the things we've been talking about on Falls Count Anywhere together. We've been talking about the culture. We've been talking about lucha. We've been talking about moves. We've been talking about straight edge culture. We've been talking about all these different things, lingo, throughout the last series of weeks. And now is a great opportunity for us to bring that all together and watch some wrestling with you guys out there and show you guys some really good examples of the types of things that we've been talking about. So, what we're going to watch here today together is a show from October of 2015, October 25th, Beyond Wrestling. The show's called Gratitude Era.
Yep.
I believe this is the main event. This is Amazing Red versus Shynron.
Nice.
Amazing Red, who, as you may have guessed, the professor knows, he is over 40 now, but he was 33 when this match took place. Well established at this time.
Yep.
Spent time in IWA, NWA, Ring of Honor, AJPW. He did a dark match with CM Punk on WWE in 2005. Spent a lot of time in TNA, where you and I got to know him.
Yes.
2009 to 2011. He really ruled the X Division. He's credited with inventing the Canadian Destroyer, which is a move that we talked about on our moves episode.
I think he's the first guy I ever saw to do a 630 senton.
That was his move, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And as if all of that is not a testament enough to his greatness, Will Ospreay calls him an inspiration, which is something in and of itself.
High praise.
Yeah, high praise. He is going up against a character performer going by Shynron here. He doesn't go by Shynron anymore. He's currently going by Zenshi or Ariel Van Gogh.
That's a great name.
He's got the mask. He's got the lucha style mask
Yep.
that we talked about. You're going to see him in a minute. Very anime themed, very Dragon Ball Z. A lot of his moves, the Spirit Bomb, the Kamehameha, the Kinkai Clutch, that kind of stuff. The only real thing I want to point out to him, because he hasn't really broken out yet, he'd been wrestling 5 years up to this point versus Amazing Red, who I think was in his 17th or 18th year of wrestling. So pretty significant difference in experience, but you're really not going to see that here. They're pretty evenly matched,
Yep.
technique-wise. You're going to see... here's what you're not going to see. You're not going to see a tired wrestler. He wrestled 51 times in 2015, 8 in the month of October.
Wow.
So this is the end of his busiest month. He's wrestling 2 times a week this month. At the end of his busiest year, where he wrestled literally every single week. Yes.
Jeez.
I mean, that's life on the indie circuit. You're wrestling all the time.
All the time.
And he is dynamic. He's interesting. He's creative. He does a lot of really creative stuff. And I think we just have a real opportunity here to see all the things that we've been talking about coming together and as a really great example. So, without further ado, let's check it out. This is Beyond Wrestling Gratitude Era, October 25th, 2015, Amazing Red versus Shynron. Let's do it.
Great. Right away. The crowd right up against the ring.
I mean, that's straight edge, right? That's as straight edge as it gets. You can't tell where the crowd ends and the show begins.
The Aerial Innovator. Nice
Kind of
name.
Ricochet-esque.
Yep.
Tell there's some inspiration there. Although I don't think Ricochet was in the WWE at this point, 2015.
He might have just come into NXT, yeah. 2015, 2016.
I mean, he had made appearances. Yeah, that was his thing.
That guy does not age.
Oh, I mean, this was 4, 5, 6 years. So you can see heavy crowd participation.
Yep. Streamers in the ring. You see that a lot in the indies.
Yep. And just
Never
lots
see.
of involvement. You know, you
Yep.
reach up, you touch the performer.
You'll never see that at WWE.
Taking pictures with the fans. I mean,
Oh my God, that's awesome.
oh man, got to get my phone ready. You know, so it's like, it's weird because he's taking the picture, so kayfabe is broken.
Right.
But now you got him photobombing. And like, but he's pointing at him like, hey, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
it's like kayfabe but not kayfabe.
Right.
It's weird. It's this nice little mix you get.
God, that ring. How big is that ring? 14 by
16.
14?
Yeah, 16,
Jeez.
14, 16.
And the ropes are super high, too.
Roll up into
Quick
a pin.
Yep.
That's indie wrestling. Pin right off the bat, trying to get the win, sneak it in.
Yeah, they're not paid by the hours, JR would say. Quick reversals.
Reversal. Reversals are a great way to kind of show that you're evenly matched, too.
Yep.
There's a nice little back and forth dynamic. You're kind of signaling to the crowd. And that's what you guys are going to see. There's no talking here, so they have to signal everything to the crowd.
Yep.
Over and over and over again. Again, classic Lucha WCW style.
Test of strength, yep.
Yeah. Now, usually the heel would kick here, but nobody wants to be the heel.
Trip right into submission.
Stretch him out. And again, I'm probably going to say this 10 times because it was the first thing I noticed when I first watched this, but just the cadence, the momentum, the rate, it builds, it drops. It builds, it builds, it drops. We haven't talked a lot about pacing, but that's a key part of the storytelling.
Yep.
In any wrestling match.
Oh, pull up the knee pad. Now he's ready.
Again, the crowd. It's
yep,
all playing to the crowd.
Banging on the side of the ring. Jeez.
Now they're going to run the ropes. All 3 steps of it.
Pose, pose.
This is their version of the Universal. Going to go over. Red goes over. What are we going to do now?
Oh my God. What? He just paused in midair.
What is that called? Like a
stalling, hanging sweep.
Again, same move over the top.
Yep.
We're evenly matched.
Do it again. Dive to the outside, and the crowd just parts for them.
Again, that's straight edge, right?
No
right
seats.
Out in the crowd.
Everyone's just standing there wherever they can squeeze in.
I think there's a stage off there somewhere, off to the side.
Oof.
No microphone there.
And there's a post right next to the ring.
Yeah, I don't know how you decide that that's the spot the ring should be at.
That's the only place it'll fit.
Probably.
Jeez.
I'm surprised. I wonder if someone told them they couldn't do anything from the balcony, too.
I'm sure somebody does.
Missile drop kick.
Across the ring. Pinfall.
Yeah, that's the other thing you're going to see. Every time they hit a big move,
they go for a pin.
They go for a pin. Yep.
Because it makes sense. You're trying to win the match, so why wouldn't you?
Big chops. And look, he's holding his hand. It hurts his hand.
Yep.
You don't see that in WWE either.
Shake it off.
It's like the level of realism is so much better.
Well, yeah, when the crowd is that close, you have to sell it.
Yeah.
You'd be stupid not to.
It's like going to a play versus watching a movie.
Right. Roll up. Oop.
Missed.
Slipped out.
So what do we do?
Head scissor. Nice.
Decent recovery. And out of the ring. Because now it's his turn, right?
Yep.
We're going over the top. No, we're not. Reversal.
Block the kick.
Oh, I'm good.
And another stalling sweep. Oh, push him into position. Oh,
How cool. He pushes him.
and then he jumped off of the corner rope, the second rope.
Yeah. And do like a senton or something.
But there's such small room, you kind of miss that he jumps off there because he doesn't really have much to go.
You know, that's another thing that we see a lot in WWE. Guys positioning themselves.
Right.
This is a fight.
That's
no.
him.
Yes.
Yes. That's much more realistic.
Let's. Yeah, let's put him where we need him.
Yep. Another pinfall. Good.
So they just hit a relatively big move.
Slow it down,
And
drop
now-
the knees.
Yep, now we're bringing it back down again.
Again, with a crowd this small, I wonder how much more they're laying in the shots than they might at an AEW or WWE.
We're stretching him out.
Octopus stretch.
Yep.
Nice.
Red stretches him out. He stretches Red out. Into a
And then
pinfall.
Into a pin. Wow.
Into a near fall. Yeah, I mean, this is what you would do if you were, let's say, in a competition. Obviously, a bar fight wouldn't look like this, but
Right.
if you're in an actual competition,
Another pin.
you wouldn't just go up to the top ropes. You would hit him multiple times, have him down like for good,
Yes.
because it's high risk. That's the only time.
Yep. I was just going to say, that's the first time I've seen them actually call a spot.
So, Shynron's calling the match right now.
Yeah,
We get it.
usually the veteran will be calling the matches, or the heel in some cases.
I mean, I would have to guess that Shynron's the heel in this particular one.
Go under. Hurricane Rana, a little loose.
Small ring. He couldn't
Yep.
throw him.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Step up kick.
Step up. Drop kick. I don't know.
Looks like he was building up to something there. Oh, oh, that kick.
That looked good.
Oh, that is what we call snug. Oof. Ooh,
Reversal.
good way out of the DDT and a running shooting star. Nice.
Tilt-a-whirl DDT. I don't even know.
Yeah. That's
Into a
exactly what it
reversal.
is.
But again, his feet are almost hitting the ring ropes every time. Like, if you're not dead center.
And he's the one who hit the shooting star, but he's selling because it hurt himself. And that looked like he was going for a 450 off the bottom rope. Ooh, flatliner, nice. All right, some good big moves in there. Second rope flatliner.
Now it's time for a break. Let's readjust, right?
Catch your breath.
We've built some tension. The crowd's feeling it. That's why they're patting the mat.
Oof.
Again, very typical. Nope, talking to him again. I just saw it again. Whispered in his ear.
Another head scissor.
Eh,
Ooh. Into a cutter.
that looked pretty good.
Yeah, that head scissor could have been a little better, but...
I think because the ring is so small, they're doing a lot of like 90-degree turns.
Ooh. It's like a
Corkscrew.
springboard twisting plancha.
Yeah. Corkscrew, plancha, maybe. Very creative. On the fly. You can tell these aren't spots that are set.
Right.
This just seems like every time they go to set a spot, something gets screwed up.
Right. And again, you talk about the small ring. They're really working it well, doing these different kinds of moves for the small space.
Oh, there's commentary.
Kick to the shoulder, all right.
And again, he's not selling the face.
Right.
He's selling the shoulder.
That's where it landed. Oh, what are we we going for? What are we going for? Superplex? No. Fight it off. Fight it off. Headbutt. Oh, is he doing it? The code red?
Here it comes.
That's what he's known for.
That's his.
Oh,
reversed.
reversal into a Spanish fly. Nice. Fight for the pin. Fight for the pin. Kick out. That was good.
So that's what happens when you go to the top and you take too long.
Exactly.
Right?
Selling. Everyone's tired. Get up.
Kamehameha.
Ooh. Oh, his chops, man.
And he misses. So
Yep.
what do?
Kick him.
Change it up.
Nice.
That's another good save.
Miss. Super kick.
Building. Building. Stop.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth there.
Building. Building. Reversal.
Oh, just heard somebody say looking for the Pele. There it is. The Pele. Nice.
Not the payoff, the Pele. So yeah, it wasn't. He was ducking. It wasn't a no-sell. He was ducking, ducking, ducking.
Yep.
Dodge. And then into the Pele.
Oh. That ring is so small. Another shooting star on the face.
I don't think a single top rope move has hit.
Nope. That drop kick was clear across the ring.
And look at Red. He's hurting.
Mm-hmm.
This hurts everybody.
Exactly. Just did a shooting star. I'm hurting too. That's selling. It makes sense.
Crowd participation. Still hot. Deep into the match. Wait.
Wind up. Oof.
These lines.
Oh,
blown spot. Good save from the veteran. Oop, blown spot again.
Yep.
Nope.
Reversal. That was a good save.
And they just go with it.
Yeah.
Again, it's a fight. Save the show, kid.
Code red.
Boom.
See, shaking that leg. He's fighting to get that pin now. He wants the match over.
Tell he's
Realistic.
getting tired. That code red wasn't quite as
Crisp.
Yep. But again, pop, bring it down again.
Yep.
Double down. Build tension. Tell the story. All right, so he's going to the top. Is this going to be the top rope that he hits? Because they haven't hit one yet. He's taking a while.
Oh.
Eddie Guerrero. The fans know it.
Yep. Nope.
Nope.
Quick change. Oh.
Sliced bread with a twist.
With a twist. And that's the finish. Wow.
And there's the match.
That came out of nowhere. That was an interesting move, that finish. It's almost a sliced bread, but like you said, it's a little twist and turns it into a cutter.
Yeah, I think I was very interested in well, what are your initial thoughts after seeing it?
That is definitely, to me, the epitome of indie wrestling. I mean, the crowd involvement, the small ring, like you said, they called most of that match on the fly.
Yeah.
Definitely, it wasn't nearly as high flying as I was expecting it to be when you hear the name Amazing Red.
Sure, yeah.
But definitely an enjoyable match.
Well,
I liked it.
You got a 14-foot ring, maybe 16.
Right.
You got a low ceiling. You got a balcony. You got posts all over the place.
And people right there.
I mean, I think they did the best with what they had.
Oh yeah.
I mean, pushing him into position outside the ring.
Yep.
Nobody giving anybody, putting themselves into the headlock for a suplex or something. It was a good mix of high technique, right? Like tilt-a-whirl, spinning, not a single move off the top hit, which I think plays into the kayfabe associated with it. You don't really have to suspend your disbelief because if you take long enough to climb all the way up to the top ropes, chances are
you're gonna miss.
You're gonna miss, right? Yep. But yeah, Spanish flies. I mean, just plenty of technically advanced things. And so yeah, I really thought just to say again, I really thought this brought together. You had obviously the lucha, the masks, the Huracan Ranas, the Eddie Guerrero references.
Yep.
One other thing too that was cool, and this kind of plays into the indie and the culture that we were talking about. If you go to an indie show, everybody gets it, so you can do stuff like that.
Right.
And you can hear the crowd like, oh, a reference to Eddie there, or
waiting for the Pele. They know what his moves are.
Exactly, like they know what's coming, and it's almost like playing a concert, a rock concert, to like your hardcore fans that don't mind if you play the deep cuts, the B-sides, all that stuff. They're not looking for just the hits. So yeah, we had, what do we have? We had some strong style stuff with the slapping back and forth. We had obviously the lucha influences, all the moves. I mean, they touched on all kinds of stuff. I don't know what that was, like a running senton to the outside. There was the tope suicida to the outside. There was a blown sunset flip, a code red that missed, and then one that actually hit. I mean, they touched on at least 6 or 7 different moves that we had talked about previously. Yep. The lingo that we talked about. Obviously, we use some of the lingo, but I'm hoping that you guys that watched at home see some of the lingo that we were talking about and understand, can follow what was going on. And I think being able to bring all that together really kind of enhances the product that you're watching. And I'll say it like this: it was probably $10 or $20 to get tickets to this show and to see these guys.
Yeah, it's definitely worth going to a show like this.
I think, I mean, you said it a lot more than you have recently. You always say, hey, go to indie shows.
Yes.
And, a lot of these promotions, they've got previous stars like Red that are still working the indie circuit and running their own school and stay involved in the business. You got young guys that are coming up that are really creating a fan base and are really developing their talent. And it's a great spot to kind of see that kind of mix of the old and the new, and then some people that are kind of in the middle. And it really, that environment incentivizes the type of risk taking that creates a really interesting product, as long as it's not abused.
Right.
And you see guys, like New Jack, maybe, for example, that are kind of taking it in the wrong direction, or maybe some of the stuff that Moxley kind of does, or more of that deathmatch stuff, kind of taking it in the wrong direction. But with this stuff, you get lots of experimentation. That stall leg sweep,
oh my god,
which was a stall kick.
Upper body strength to do that is incredible.
I mean, it just, like the parkour aspect to it, like that's the kind of creativity that I think would go over really well in a promotion, any promotion, anywhere. But he took the risk and he did it. Whereas if he was, a WWE superstar, they might tell him, no, that's not the angle we're going for here. We're not going to do that. So, and I think it looked great in both instances. So I hope that you guys will consider checking it out. This is Beyond Wrestling. They're still going today. They've got shows all over Massachusetts, Worcester, Providence, Boston area. So if you're ever out that way or you feel like taking a drive, they do shows on a regular basis. Amazing Red School and Promotion is called House of Glory. That's down by the city. They do shows in the greater New York City area all the time.
Yep.
And actually, you can even subscribe for like $10 a month and just watch like every indie show all over the place, which is really cool. So definitely check it out. We're going to make sure to link to this video in the description. Tell us what you liked about it. There's a lot of really cool stuff that went on in this match. I think brought together a lot of stuff, and I think this is the kind of thing that we need to sprinkle in
Absolutely.
from now and then. And the other thing that I'd like to see is us maybe do something similar to this, but maybe with like a story arc or a promo or a vignette or something like that to comment
That'd be
on some
cool.
of the other areas of the business. But
Let us know what you think if you like what we're doing here, because I definitely want to try this again.
yeah, this is cool. And don't forget to look up Corinthians 9:27, whatever that tattoo is on the side of his neck. It probably says, "Thou shalt not go from the top ropes, or you will squash like a bug on the mat."
That's the
Um,
New Testament.
so yeah, check it out, guys. Please follow us on all the usual places, and we'll be sure to try this again. And if you keep watching, we'll keep wrestling with the business. See you next time.